Hello, beautiful people. It's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're back again with another video, and this is about Diddy. This is from TMZ, and the title reads, or the title says, Diddy situation takes massive turn. Okay, what that is. We're gonna check this together, and all of your thoughts and your contribution at the end of the video. Let's dive right in.
We have a new one out right now on Tubi. It is called The Downfall of Diddy, His Defense, where we are exploring what is going to be his strategy when this trial begins in just a couple of months. And one thing that is very clear from all the defense experts that we spoke to for this documentary, race will absolutely be a big factor in how they present this case and the facts that they present, the facts that they're going to lay out to the jury. So here is just a little clip of some very renowned defense attorneys we spoke to and why this is, and his attorneys have already said some stuff where they're alluded to race and the fact that they feel they're going after Diddy just because he is a rich, a very successful black man. It goes deeper than that, and here is what you can expect when this trial begins.
Race permeates everything in the criminal justice system, period, end of story.
Race is tremendously important in this case, and anybody that pretends otherwise is either kidding themselves or just not being honest.
Do you think
This is the problem. The fact that they want to use race to this is the problem. This is the problem. Why is it that now I've got this question because I don't like this level of division. It's insane. Why is it that when they call out some people for doing the wrong thing, they want to play some particular card? If it's a woman, it's going to be a woman card. Now a black man is now the race card. Are you kidding me? This man got away with lots of things that he's been doing it for how many years or decades, and they think race is the factor. Are you kidding me? I want to believe that these people know exactly what they are doing because you know what's interesting? Race only would be the factor or be the matter when your family member or somebody close to you is not involved. That is the problem, because how can they just want to let this man? And somebody also pointed this out. What will happen if this man walks? What will happen? And ever since the comment, I have just had that in my mind, and my mind was like, I don't know. Something is not right about this. But hearing about this, the race factor, I can't help but like something is wrong. What do you think?
Themselves or just not being honest.
Do you think the defense can point to the case of Eliot Spitzer, who was the governor of New York, who paid $80,000 to prostitutes to cross state lines? He was not prosecuted. And this is the same U.S. Attorney's Office that is now prosecuting Diddy. So the argument they would make is, what's really the difference other than one guy is black and one guy is white?
I think it's a great argument. If I'm the defense lawyer, I'm making the same argument.
The government's not beyond propaganda, public relations. Let's face it, that's their business. They're better at it than anyone. I really do believe our government's not beyond exploiting race when it's convenient for them. And just looking at the situation, I think that's what we're looking at.
And, you know, whether you agree with that or not, first off, Mark Garagos, his daughter is one of the attorneys for Diddy.
So
is one of the folks that you interview there, so, which gives you some insight on where they may be going.
I'm guessing he probably knows something about where they're going to go.
But what you guys did in this fascinating documentary, which I recommend to people, and again, I don't work here, so I'm just saying this objectively, it's really good. You brought together this mock trial of mock jurors who watched this whole thing play out, and it was a diverse jury. And you could feel the race argument playing out in real time
setting up,
among the jury. And a lot of the black jurors reacted differently than some of the white jurors did, which was really fascinating to see.
It really is why jury selection in this case is everything, as it is in many cases. But here, where you have a case that is going to be somewhat fought on the grounds of race, juries are important. Now, it is certainly not the case that all black jurors are going to go one way and all white jurors are going to go another way. And there are very highly paid jury consultants that are going to be helping both sides to pick those jurors that are best suited for their case. But there's always compromise in jury selection. You're going to get some people you don't like on both sides, and obviously that's favors the defense because they only need one juror to go their way in order to avoid a conviction. But jury selection is everything here, because I also, in that documentary, Alex, that you were mentioning, there are a couple juries there who were just simply not going to see it the way the prosecutors wanted, and with the actual.
Before we continue, this is just what I want to say. If they think they want to bring race as an underlying factor to this, and he eventually walks free, what are you telling other people or other regular people that, oh, when you have money, just play some certain card and you can walk free? That is what you're trying to tell other people, and this is a problem. This is the problem that we have to deal with, because race shouldn't matter like this. Listen, wickedness or bad things or whatever does not know skin color. And remember, every goddamn person or people who's done whatsoever, they will get their time and day. But if you're going to be pointing fingers to say, oh, or if people are going to point fingers to say, oh, this person did this person did this person was not caught, this person was not, maybe, just maybe, there were no hard evidence to hold this person to say, okay, let's pin this on this and say, yes, you did this. But with Diddy to bring the race, we really have a long way to go. We really do have, because that is where the divide will come from, or is going to come from. What are your thoughts about it?
Jury comes on, it's the prosecutor's job in jury selection to avoid those jurors.
Yeah, this is, like you said, Jason, jury selection will be everything here. And look, we're not going to give it all away here, but the jury, they heard all the facts. And as you said, Alex, race clearly was something that some of them were thinking about. They did reach a verdict on all three counts that Diddy is facing. It's not the slam dunk. If based on this, let's just say that this case may not be the slam dunk that it appears to be to the public right now, because really most of what we heard is what the prosecutors have laid out in the indictment. We know obviously the charges. We know what they're going after him for. You don't know necessarily exactly how it's going to be defended, and this is going to be a very.
And it'll be interesting to see if there's a black prosecutor on this case. Although, as we saw in the OJ case, that doesn't necessarily mean that race is not going to be a factor.
Indeed.
Empress from Atlanta, Georgia, and I have to say that with this Diddy case, you can't blame a black man for trying. I don't believe that that's the greatest defense, but it's really all he has considering the circumstances.
Well, if you watch the documentary, there is more than that.
Yeah, there is more. It's not only going to lean on race, but it is going to play a factor. There is a lot that Diddy can start to pick apart here, especially as it comes to what happened at the freak-offs. So all that explored in the documentary, which is available right now on Tubi.
And that's all to say, though, there are some troubling things that Diddy is accused of doing, too.
They got to explain. That video, is the Cassie beating is going to come up, and they're going to have to explain that somehow and remind the jury that that's not what he's charged with. But there's no way.
When you see somebody kicking somebody in the head, that's hard to forget.
Right.
Anyways, none of this is surprising, the race factor or whatever, because I think even from the get-go, from the beginning, we've heard an hint about that, about the whatever race thing. So it's no surprise that we're seeing this. But again, if they want to bring race, this is trying to tell people or going to read the wrong message to people or to regular people. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I think somebody also asked one time ago or some time ago that means you can't actually trust the justice system. And I think people were trying to make believe that, well, you can't trust them. But I mean, at this point, it's not making sense. If they're gonna bring race, then that is a big divide. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.